How well are we doing? I know Lagos is always on top whenever these figures come from the Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission. And every time I see it, so what is happening at the moment, despite COVID-19 effect, Russia-Ukraine crisis? How are we doing, Lagos?
So we're still doing relatively well in terms of the overall performance. As you've seen, of course, Africa as a whole fell from 2019 when we were somewhere in the region of about $20 billion coming into the country odd. It fell to less than half of that in 2020. Understandable, the rest of the world was spending money on themselves and trying to sort of survive COVID. 2021 rose a little bit more, and 2022 has been not as muted as we were afraid of, because everybody's been afraid of this election year. But by and large, Lagos has continued to do incredibly well. And the government has, for me, over the years, because of the types of investments we've made, we've been able to be front and center of even bringing some of that investment. So the port is dragging in investment. The free zones are bringing in investment. It's businesses and us enabling businesses and hopefully not hindering businesses, but also us then catalyzing businesses. And we're looking to do more of that, which you will see in the plan. It's really about coming together, working together. For example, looking at where all the technology companies are and saying, look, can we create special economic zones for you so that all these lovely investment dollars you're raising abroad but can't bring in because of the peculiarities we have right now can come into the country? Can we do standard factories, which are fantastic, Lekki Free Zone is doing, building standard factories so that MSMEs can also come in there and work and get the benefits of being an export processing zone, because for me, they are going to be the secret sauce of winning this entire Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement thing for Nigeria. So we're beginning to catalyze some of that. And the only reason why that happens because these conversations happen. When we know what people are doing and people know what we're doing, it becomes a lot easier to come together and create and co-create.
Very interesting. But all of this beautiful ideas and all of that, well, some already in the pipeline, or in the pipeline, as they would say regularly. Revenue generation is something that everybody will want to talk about, looking at budgeting, looking at debt service and all of that. How prepared is Lagos for all of this?
Well, so in terms of how prepared are we are doing our best. Lagos has built capacity over time, and capacity in being efficient, capacity in identifying better ways of providing services so that then you can charge for those services. The fact is we all have to pay taxes. As they say, only two certainties in life, death and taxes. We have to pay taxes, but everyone wants their taxes to do something good for them. So typically in Lagos, what it is you're paying taxes for a service that's provided. Yeah. So we, on our part, what we try and do is find better ways to help you deliver those services so that then it's also easier for you to pay. So we're automating our platforms. We've automated the platform for paying LIRS at LIRS. Fantastic work being done by LIRS. Working on automating the platforms for land use charge, working on automating. We've actually, I think, pretty much completed the platform for land, which has been a big, big challenge for people. So the EGIS, I think we'll be launching before the end of the year. Also working on things around physical planning permits, so that as much as possible, we can automate a lot of these services. Lagos, I mean, when we did a 1.7 trillion odd budget earlier this year, we did it a little bit with some trepidation,
yes.
But we're doing really well. On the last budget analysis, I think we're at about 85%. We're not very far off from, and that's in spite of what has happened with the global economy, so you can imagine. So we've tried to be a lot more disciplined. We plan, we think, and there's been a lot of robust support from the private sector. I think it just helps to talk to the whole of Lagos, because there's so much knowledge and so much capacity in this state.
But it's going to open up, of course, with all of the expectations and those that should attend, both local and, of course, international partners and all of that. So any sector specifics that you're looking like you want them to invest in Lagos? I know tech is one of it. Agriculture, I don't know, maybe you tell us more about it.
So we want everybody to participate in Ehingbeti, by the way. We have more than 21,000 people who have actually signed up.
Good.
And last year we had a total of about 10,000 people joining a day. If we have 21,000, and hopefully with this maybe even 30,000 signing up every day, if we can hit 100,000, that would be wonderful, because this plan is for all of us. This conversation is for all of us. But with regards to the sectors, for sure, as I talked about, food and beverage, anything around manufacturing, because we want to bring more manufacturing here. Good. Food security, agriculture, very, very critical. And it showed up really in COVID when we saw, you shut the gates for 3 weeks and you were we were almost in trouble in terms of how do you feed all these people? So we are small, but then the Netherlands is small and they feed the world. So there's no reason we cannot feed ourselves. And so if you recall, Mr. Governor flagged off the construction of K2 Area, which is going to be our massive 120-hectare logistic market. it's supposed to bring sanity. So then we see where everything is. We can create strategic reserves. We know we have good storage for cold and dry food. We know where everything is. We know that we can keep the pressure for 4 to 6 weeks or 4 to 6 months or whatever it is, depending on the type of food. But what that then also does is it opens up for investment, because people then see, oh, there are 15,000 heads of cattle coming to Lagos every day. Okay, so I can source that, or I can make a plan for that. If there are 30,000 tons of banana coming, oh, we can do this. When there's transparency, there's clarity, there's order, investments can come. So again, catalytic investment. But back to the sectors that you talked about, energy is also very, very big. That sector is going to get liberalized with all the things we're doing around our market. And of course, real estate. There's so many of us and more coming every day. You've got a house, all of us. And we want modern real estate, and we want commercial real estate. 23 highbrow restaurants opened up on the island of Lagos in the first half of this year. That is massive growth, and it's not stopping. I'm sure many more have opened even since then. More and more people come, so more and more people need to be housed, need to be fed, need to be entertained, and need places of work to do their business. And so those are really, really big opportunities in Lagos. But as I say, healthcare is massive as well. We want to reverse healthcare tourism. We've signed a partnership with Lagoon to transform our former nursing home to a Medipark with international capacity for people to stay over. And it's an entire game changer for the health industry. We're building the largest children's hospital. We're building massive general hospitals. So there's a lot that can be done. Pretty much anything in Lagos can be a business. Education is a business. Health is a business. Everything is a business, because the numbers are here. The buying power relatively is here. The opportunity is here.
All right, interesting. So someone just sent me a message and said Lagos leads and others follow. But let's wrap up on this note. What is your message now to Lagosians? They expect a lot from government, and as we move into Ehingbeti and moving on to what's your message to Lagosians in general?
So my message to Lagosians is this: we're excited about the people who have gotten on board this. We invite everyone to be part. Government doesn't succeed when people don't participate. We want our people to be part of planning. We want our people to be part of executing. We want our people to pay their taxes. We want our people to hold us accountable. We want our people to work with us every step of the way, because to realize this opportunity, we need every single one of us. Lagos is opportunity calling. Be part of it. Ehingbeti today.
So we'll see next week. That's Tuesday,
Tuesday
right?
and Wednesday
Tuesday and
next
Wednesday.
week, 11th and 12th.
You've heard it from Mrs. Solape Hammond there. She is the special advisor to the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, on sustainable development goals and investment. A big one there. Thank you so much for your time on Business Nigeria. We appreciate this. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you.